face. Yeah. Sexy beats call me Nate. Yeah. I got too much sauce on my plate. Yeah. Devin Owens with the left hand. Shout out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sparkman Monster, presented by Coca-Cola. I'm Andy Burns in the booth with Tailor Holley.
What up, y'all? First things first, if you enjoy the solo production coverage, make sure you click that subscribe button below. Let's get into it. This Sparkman Monster is a monster.
Yes.
10,000 plus feet of disc golf. You saw the featured card there. Gonna roll you straight into hole one. Par 4, 90-degree angle dogleg left. Early Mando on the right, later Mando on the left. You got to go out to the right of this Mando, and you're working your way into a basket, obviously, with a guarded green by some pine trees. So, big play here. Make sure you are right off the tee box, and I don't just mean right of the Mando. You want to be farther right than that to make sure you got an angle to attack this basket.
Yes, very well put. Most of the players, I think we're gonna see probably righties forehand. You know, Logan's going to.
Absolutely.
He's got a monster forehand, so see how he does here.
Perfect execution. Should challenge this pole over here. Oh yeah, and that pole is the normal long pin, which is a very good aiming target for these guys. It's 370 feet. It's out to the right of the Mando. Gives you a really good angle to attack the basket here. So great first shot of the tournament for Logan.
Not surprised to see Eagle pulling out the back end, try to go big, I'm sure. A little hazard.
Yeah, like may just fluffed it a little bit. Not sure if you caught an early branch or what, but well early and left of the Mando.
He said I didn't miss it yet.
Yeah. And you know, the problem here is if you're not long and right, you're just forced to basically throw hyzer short around the Mando to just kind of lay up, and then you're immediately forced to play for a 4.
Yeah.
Which is why I think you saw the scoring average. If you saw it to begin with, is playing about half a stroke over par for the field here, or for the open field at least. So.
Meanwhile, Jared just pumping out a perfect backhand.
And this is Brayden Wright, a local kid from Hartselle. Little low there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he liked his line as far as like hitting it. Just needed to get the height right. But again, back to that like hydro shot you're forced to play, but great execution there.
Yeah, so as he said earlier, he did miss it yet. I don't think he's going to worry about missing it at this point. Perfect little take your medicine. I don't know what else you can do anyway.
Oh, wow. And Logan taking the pretty common hyzer approach into the screen and catching the bottom part of probably one of the last pine trees you had to miss to get into this basket. Eagles third here. Oh, wow. Wow. And talk about distance control. I mean, that is absolutely perfect on distance control.
Well played.
Yeah, these guys gonna be dealing with a little bit of wind here. I don't think we missed the majority part of the rainstorms, but definitely got some 10 to 15 mile an hour gusts that are gonna work through the round. So you'll see some trees blowing, and that was great control by Jared and on that approach shot there, Brayden as well.
So Jared looking for the birdie 3.
Boom cakes.
Yes, sir.
And that's how you get a tournament started. Saw the little fist pump there. He's excited.
Oh no.
Yikes.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, and you know what you don't see behind this camera is
100 people?
Yeah, roughly 80 to 100 people that are following this card. So nerves are definitely reeling in, or setting in, I guess I should say. I've learned over the past couple of weeks. I mean, a lot of guys get nervous about a lot of different things, but being filmed is one of them, and galleries is another one. So
yeah,
interesting that he hit the
great
putt
comeback because that was longer than
his original putt
Yeah.
that he missed. Yeah. And Logan Eagle finishing out with the force.
Yeah, and I think it's multiple things with this situation. You got on camera, you got a big gallery, you're playing with Eagle McMahon.
Top 5 player in the world.
Yeah. Anyway, taking us into hole number 2, par 3. You got this Mando here on the tree you just saw. 360 feet. It seems like it's not that far, but it's a very specific angle that you got to hit, especially with this little tree here in front of the basket. It's pretty technical.
Yeah, one of the shorter holes on the course, but definitely one of the more technical holes. And that, I would tell you, is a great tree.
Like placed there, or
Correctly,
like,
right? Yeah, absolutely. So, both of my cards, when you say 8 shots on the 2 rounds I played through here, and I think the tree was hit 6 times out of 8.
Jeez.
So, yeah, and there's the other part. I mean, you can go deeper than that, but it's very hard to get back to the basket if you push. So that route that Jared was trying to go in there is kind of the line you want to hit. Just really trying to drive something.
Whoa! You see the little air bounce?
That was cool.
Great line, no power.
Great line, no power. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a good little
Another
answer
one
back
out here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely just narrows up the further you get to the basket. So yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean that's it. You see a Mando here, so that's a double Mando you had to get in, but then you do have to worry about, the road out to the right. And we were talking about it on the tee. It's like, I think if you're really, really confident, you might could throw a forehand like flex over, not a force from discraft, but just like forcing a forehand. But then you have to worry about it panning out to the right and being out in the road. So just like you said originally, a very particular shot for these guys. And then the approach shot is, nothing to slouch at because you got this ravine to the right and you saw Jared push along and get down in.
Yeah.
Make it for a longer comeback putt. And again, similar to the first hole, playing about a half a stroke over par. So two pretty tough holes out of the gate here. Settle.
Yeah. Ooh, that was close.
Oh, wow.
I think handicap, this was number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Shortest hole, one of the shortest holes on the course on a monster layout. You don't expect that.
Mm-mm. Oh, man. Close. Seemed like a more confident putt, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared way back there.
Look good.
It did look very good. And that unfortunately is going to negate that birdie he got on the field on the first hole. So,
Yeah.
Or on the card at least.
Yeah. So Logan takes his
Settle.
beater in, puts it in the putt.
There we go. And yeah, look, man, I have to say, there were a couple times that I crossed paths with this crowd, and I even got a little nervous. I mean, it was an interesting crowd, especially for such a smaller town tournament that we're in here.
Right.
So,
Yeah. You don't necessarily expect to see that many people at a B tier.
right. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So moving us on to hole 3. Another par 4, second one of the round, also playing slightly over par. You got to clear this Mando tree on the right early. Then you have to get around this Mando tree that you just saw there. You're going to basically play what they call a horseshoe and go directly back kind of where you came from and play down this ridge slightly to the right, basket on the edge, Got a little double level change here, which is kind of cool. So a lot of guys, if they settle into the top here, might be where you want to be, but a lot of guys maybe would rather be below the basket, putting back uphill. So we'll see what the approach shots look like for these guys. Yeah, and you're definitely going to see a lot of forehands from the righties here. Logan catching the tree, but I think a lot of guys are going to play this ground skip and flare it out around the backside of the Mando there.
Yeah, the flare is, if you can land that, is a really good touch.
Yeah, maybe pushing a little deeper than he'd like, but deeper's better than shorter. Allows you to obviously play back into the basket versus being pinched off.
Very true. That's the second one now. Brayden's just kind of getting too low. Hole one, and now this one.
Oh, man. And Jared getting caught up in that high tree there. Again, I'd prefer the lower skip play. These guys are, I think, just trying to air it down there and maybe costly tree because of that.
I swear it looked like he was lining up the cut roller right there.
It did.
And then it
Or,
kind of Matt Oram, like putter, like change an angle.
Right. What in the world is Jared doing here? All right.
That was a very interesting way to end up in that spot.
Yes. Get here. Oh, wow.
That was so smooth.
Close. Very close to being great. No, Logan got way too much air on that. It's going to come up well short. Not sure what. It looked like his foot was a little pinched behind the tree maybe, and he couldn't quite step into it or something, but... Oh, wow.
That was flexing. You could really tell it was about to sit in pretty nice.
Probably would have finished a little 20 to 30 feet right. And can't say I've watched many holes where I've seen Jared Neal throw forehand twice in the same hole. But there you have it. And so he's going to have that to save par.
That's probably why he tried that crazy.
Yeah, so he didn't have
backhand.
Yeah.
So this would be pretty big if Wright can get this one in.
And once again, getting the roll away. And Eagle trying to get something going on this card. I mean, this card, very slow start. Which again, conditions were not ideal. Jeez.
It's not a miss you expect him to have too often.
Nope. Stay in there. Oh no, stop. Stop.
What was that about rollaways?
Oh, jeez Louise, man. It's just brutal so far. Yikes.
Yeah, just a hair off. Just enough to keep bouncing.
This is like, a lot, you don't exactly know what's in front of you, right? I mean, there's a lot of golf left to play. But on a course like this, I mean, you're trying to manage damage. And, these guys are kind of struggling through that right now.
There we go. Put a little extra zip on that one.
Yeah, you did a little frustration putt. And sometimes that's what you need to get going, man. It's just like kind of quit caring and just go with it.
Just throw it, dummy.
Yeah. There you go, a couple of pars, a double,
Yep.
and another double. So take us to hole 4, Andy.
Yeah, here we go. 609 feet. Very precise tee shot that you're gonna have to throw low. A lot of players might even try for the skip shot off the path we just crossed. You're gonna continue straight here, staying left of this creek. I think it's lined there. Yeah, you can see the line there. So you gotta stay left. However, there is a Mando back there on the left. You gotta stay to the right of. Another one right there. And then you finish up at this elevated basket, decently guarded by a couple trees. This is a tough little hole.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of your 4 hardest handicap holes are within the first 4 holes of this tournament.
Yeah.
So Tournament directors not making anything easy for these guys to get the tournament started, which I actually, I think is kind of fun because you really put a lot of initial pressure on these guys right out of the gate on the entire field. But yeah, I mean, a very difficult hole, like you said, Andy. OB right, Mando's left. Biggest thing here is just making sure you're safe off the tee. Not an incredibly long hole, especially when you're playing for a par 4. Really, if you can cut off, 250 feet off the tee here,
Yeah,
you
if you
have a
can
chance to birdie.
get past the tree, he just hyzered around off that skip, and you're in a good spot.
All good.
And I believe that is off the cart path, so that should be fine. And I actually, contrary to a lot of the players, I actually enjoyed the forehand here just because I knew I could lay it right down the sidewalk and keep it right out in the open.
That's a big shot.
Yeah, but you see this Mando tree here, he's
Yep.
going to be pinched. So
So he will be stuck with basically a big hyzer unless he's got something crafty, which I'm sure he does. As Logan piping one down the fairway.
get there. Oh, and he got the skip. Oh, man, I tell you what.
Beautiful
This
shot.
grass did not allow for a lot of skip play all day. So that disc having just enough heat on it, and that's trouble.
Here comes trouble.
Oh, come on.
Drink.
Yep. Bartender. Drink.
So yeah, that's going to be unfortunate. He's going to have to come back a good ways.
Yeah. Just out of bounds there for the majority of that throw. Ooh, an eagle getting through the tree branches there, as eagles do.
Might be stuck behind that tree. Well, of course he throws a forehand here. Roller maybe. Yeah.
That's trouble. Oh. Man.
Man, getting a good look at the creek bed here.
Getting a bad look at out of bounds strokes.
It was a crisp shot.
Yep, a little deep, but it'll putt. An eagle with the birdie putt here. And just looking to get the train rolling, baby. You know what I mean? There she is. Little choo-choo. Let's go.
Finally some cheering.
I like it. I know. Some clapping in the background.
It's tough to get the crowd going with pars.
Well, it's always funny to me in golf, and this is applicable to traditional golf and disc golf, that like sometimes pars are good, but it's like, for a fan reaction to really get into it, you really want to see the birdies, and it's hard to get a crowd going with pars, but sometimes pars on certain holes are like birdies.
Yeah. Nice putt.
Saving the 4.
Oh yeah. Great save. Yeah, it's kind of sad as a fan or a spectator. You're there for the big shot. It's kind of hard to clap for just a really well played hole.
Right.
There's just not a moment to let it out.
It's like, well, that was solid, but it wasn't great, and but yeah.
All right, hole 5, par 3, 350 feet. So actually coming in 10 feet shorter than hole 2 was. Handicap still 8, so top 10 hardest hole in the course. As you can see here, there is a dead aim line at the basket, but it is narrow, especially when you get to this edge of circle. And if you're coming in hot, like Lecrae and Andy Mineo, you gotta watch out because the road comes up quick.
You never cease to amaze me, Andy Burns. Yeah, I think you'll probably see 3 different lines here, that being one of them, which is just ridiculous.
There's something to cheer about.
Yeah, you're going to see guys throw that, the little forehand flex. You're going to see guys throw straight at it over this rock formation here, and then you're going to see some guys take a hyzer out to the right.
There's the dead aim.
Oh, no.
That's not path, is it?
It is not. Just shy of it. It's really tough to get on the path because it's a little raised, and so, like, it's hard to land on it.
Come on, come.
Oh. Jared need that flip a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul there. You know, we talk about it a lot. At this point, you know, where Brayden's at, it's like, you just need something, right? You need that one stroke, that one shot to really get you going.
That was looking pretty.
Right, but if you even think that hit the tree, it's like, that's confidence. You know what I mean? It was like he threw exactly how he wanted to. Great solid up shot there. Something to build some momentum off of. Get in. Oh! Wow, I always want to see those. I want to see the, like, off the chassis development fall in the basket.
Jared and Eagle were talking about, I think, after this hole, how awesome that would be. Beautiful putt.
Bazinga. And
that's what we want to see.
Yeah, and you know, that is like a 45-foot putt that he made look like a 25-foot putt. I mean, no step over, no jump into it, just a nice casual butter line.
So yeah, I guess he kind of just slid down the backside.
Yep, just off the back. That's tough. Again, Jared taking the par with that, you know, early tree, not anything hard. And what a shot from Logan.
Fantastic.
Just absolutely.
Now we got a little heat.
Little 5-hole duel going. Moving us into hole 6. Seeing the score and average get a little better here. Biggest thing here is just getting off the box to the right. All these Mando poles on the left, you cannot go over the baseball field. So you're just going to take big hyzer anywhere around this tee pad that you see here, and then you're going to be throwing what is about a 300 to 350 foot, depending on how far you get with the fairway shot, into this basket. For some local knowledge, you got some dirt on the left, so if you can get something that comes in from the left, you'll get more of a slide into the basket versus the grass down to the right.
Yep. Just as you said, big hyzer. Play into the tee box.
Picture perfect. That's how you draw it up. Yep. Yep. No comment.
That's going to challenge the trees a bit. That should be okay.
Yep. Oh, this should be interesting.
Going with that right side.
Yeah, and they're just going to barely step on the corner of the tee pad, I'm guessing. Yeah, wow. And that is mushed. Oh my goodness. That is
That's
so mushed.
well past the tee pad.
Yeah, sorry. When I was giving the whole description, I was talking about normal players, not people who are nicknamed Distance Monster.
Solid shot there from
That's
Brayden.
fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just good position golf.
Just
Center of the
make-
fairway.
Yeah, it just makes the shot, you know, longer, but it's still doable. Flex shot through this right gap. I turn that over some. Okay, it's tough, man. There was a headwind blowing into this hole. It's really hard to pin one in there.
Yeah, and you'll see it some, especially like where the next fairway's trees are clearly blowing in the wind. I mean, there was some pretty decent wind gusts throughout the round. I think you touched on that earlier, but can definitely be said again.
Yeah, and there's that dirt, the little dirt patch that he got in there, so he got a nice little flare skip. And, you know, obviously it being downhill left to right, you'll get that disc to feed in there as well.
Don't you hate when you just know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's just center of the tree?
As soon as it comes out of your hand, it's like, and that was, you know, 200 feet away, and he knew it as soon as it came out of the hand. Jared probably, if I had to guess, throwing like a Warden into this basket.
Usually a Warden or a Marshall.
Yeah, or a Marshall, yeah, I guess. That's what I actually meant, probably was a Marshall. Good jump putt. I actually had a conversation with Jared about that right there. You know, Logan's like 160 feet out or something, and, you know, his jump putting. It just was, you know, interesting conversation about how to generate disc speed, you know, and spin to be able to do that. Because most guys would just stand still, throw a putter.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously if you've got that confidence to jump from that long, do it.
There it is.
Nice putt.
Great putt.
Good
Yeah.
birdie.
And Logan, I mean, he's got some steam on his normal putt anyway, so it's no surprise that he's got the ability to.
Right. Yeah, it's a nice job of Jared to make sure you got that birdie because you have that much distance advantage off the tee. You really want to capitalize. So I know you probably would have liked the upshot to be a little closer, but made the 25-footer nonetheless. Oh, no way. And speaking, you just talked about how hot Logan's putt is.
I'm sorry, Logan.
And that, you know, just so much heat on that. It hit center pole and kicked down the little left. Wow.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And the first par of the day there for Brayden. So we're settling down a little there.
All right, hole 7, par 5. Finally in the 800s, unless we already were in the 800s and I missed it. But here's 836 feet, 255 meters. Handicap number 9. Honestly, I guess being a par 5 makes it a little easier. I thought it was still going to come in a little harder than this. But as you can see, lots of trees down the middle, left and right of the fairway. If you can get out to the right side where the drone's at, it's much better. But your first shot, there's a Mando on the right early on that you got to hit. You got to be in the middle somewhere. So it makes it, you know, a little bit challenging.
Yeah, I mean, biggest thing here is that open patch past that tree line there is like where you want this first shot to be, no matter how you do it. If you got to do a forehand like Eagle's doing, if you want to throw a backhand, you know, down the right to left, or if you want to throw a backhand dead straight or whatever, it's just crucial you get in that area.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But that allows you to pick, like you said, one of two gaps, down that left gap on the tree line or way out to the right, which I think is preferable for these guys. Oh, and this has got to turn back left quick.
A little tree love.
Yeah, probably a good tree there. I don't know. He was really challenging that second Mando. Would have been close.
Didn't catch the hat and then hit a tree.
It's okay, Brayden. I feel you. I hit the same
Tough
tree.
luck.
And Logan also electing to go forehand here. I would think a similar gap as Eagle. Probably a little turnover off that right center gap. Yep.
Nailed it.
And that is mushed. Oh, baby.
2 ways to,
Pipe one.
yeah.
That was on a good line.
Yeah.
Wow.
The ghost tree, of course.
Wow, man. That was on such a good line.
Here we go.
Oh, and that was saucy.
Golly.
Oh, that was saucy.
That's
Hey,
tremendous.
And props to the catch cam for being that far up. Realizing that there's a chance that Jared got that far up to throw that there.
Yeah, smart play there.
Very nice.
Put yourself out there. Actually got great distance off that too, so.
Yeah, these guys really making this hole much easier. You can get up this kind of distance because really you don't have to cut that much off here. Anything out of that tree line there, it allows you to just take a pitch into the basket. I mean,
Yeah, easy upshot.
yeah, like even Eagle here being pinched, he can just go, okay, I just need to throw something, 200 feet, get to the opening, doesn't matter what that is. and allows him to still play for the birdie. Or he can just absolutely try to smash one. And still find a way to get to the opening. Oh my gosh, this disc is still rolling.
If it didn't hit the tree, you got to wonder if that's going to curl up this way.
Yeah, like, what in the world?
20 feet from the edge of that?
Correct. Yeah, I think that's 20 feet at the bottom. And I love that they just have the flat surface just below the rocks, so the rocks actually catch something that bounces up. Oh my goodness, who was that?
Jared.
Wow.
From the knee.
Well, that would have been for a 3?
Yeah, from after hitting a tree off the drive. Jeez.
Good touch there from Brayden. Should give him the kind of same bottom of the edge putt that Eagle's about to have here. But just from the reverse side. Yeah, and that would be that 3 in a row for Eagle. Getting warmed up.
Yeah.
4 in a row. Sorry, if I would learn how to count and look at the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Solid putt there.
There we
Yeah,
go.
4 in a row though. And then Brayden cashing in there.
Yep.
Keeping himself at a good hole on that one. Got to keep yourself at a good hole.
Gotta get you.
You can't laugh at yourself.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, glad all these guys kept themselves at a good hole. Good job, guys. Good job. I'm just going to move this right along to hole number 8. Par 3. First hole of the day that hole average played below par.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
And I think this is, I could be wrong here, don't quote me, the shortest hole of the day at 320 feet. We'll see officially.
Well, we've now hit 3 shortest holes of the day.
Right, I know. Yeah, we're just going to keep doing it. But yeah, so got to get to a triple mando here off the tee. Basket plays almost dead straight, but it's kind of a, to the eye, it's a little strange because the triple mando is a little off center to the tee box. But going to see 1 of 2 shots probably. That shot right there, a beautiful flex backhand, or maybe a flip up forehand that pushes straight and flips back out right. Fantastic shot though.
Yeah. Just not quite getting on top of it.
Oh, and a terrible kick left.
Did he give it a little?
He did. Yep, a little.
No surprise, Logan throwing the forehand, kind of pulling it.
Need to flare out. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, gonna get an outside look there. So you're saying there's a chance. And if I fall, oh, it's gonna go right.
Yeah.
Thought he might get a kick and just drop straight down, but
Yeah, him and Jared electing backhand forehands, just doing the similar things.
And I actually had a similar putt first round, same wind, and I chose to sort of do the same thing. I was like, I'm just not even going to play around with this. We're going to just float it up here to the basket and try to take a 3 because, as you can see, this wind was no joke.
That was a great run there. Just a floaty headwind.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And there's you
Oh, gosh.
mild look at the crowd for the first time.
Yeah, this is a little 3-hole stretch where you can kind of spread out and watch a few holes. So.
A little A-man's corner. Yeah, I tell you, it's one thing, great putt.
Good putt.
There you go. But it's one thing you do have to get used to, that kind of crowd, because a lot of these guys, and including myself, would not be used to people standing behind the basket without you being able to stop and have a move. When you have spectators, I mean, they're there. Now, they need to be still, but you're not going to give them to move, so you have to get used to that. Great comeback putt from Logan. So Eagle 5 in a row now.
Yeah.
Really getting going here. Par putt from Jared. Par putt from Brayden. And moved on, hold on. Just like that.
And as you hear Jared say, this is where we make up the strokes.
Yeah.
Leading into some big boy holes. You got 645 feet.
Big boy holes for big boy goals.
That's right. Par 4. averaging 4.23, handicap in at 7. So the trouble here is obviously the water. You see the pond there, but right off the bat, if you don't get the right height angle, you got left, right, long OBs. So
you got an OB island patch in the middle. You got parking lot left, water right. Pick your poison. And as you can see, the wind is blowing off the left shoulder, left to right, with a headwind. So the minute that you roll something that's not stable,
great
you're
shot.
in trouble. Unless you can throw it 500 on a hyzer, and you don't have to worry about it.
A little sketchy on that one.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
That is primo.
Speaking of 500-foot hyzers,
It's stupid. It's like a different game they play. I was easily 200 feet short of that where I for my landing area.
oh boy. And
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
he's gonna have a jump putt.
What what am I watching? I mean, it's hard for me to sit here and describe how difficult the shot is with the wind when these guys are just like laced. That's trouble. Come out. Oh yeah, very nice.
Pretty good shot, yeah.
Whatever, man.
So yeah, Brayden gonna be up first and sitting in a great position. I mean,
Take a dead aim. I like this line. Stick. Oh yeah, great shot.
inside the circle, putt for bird.
Man, I'm just gonna stop talking about what to do on the holes. You guys are just throwing stable putters into this basket. Oh.
That's
It's gonna be close because I
Yeah.
had a similar shot, and that bank is not friendly. The water comes really up to the edge, and there's no room. I mean, once it gets off the bank, it's 100% the water. Not a lot of flat ground for your disc to maybe stick. Out. Get out
that
of
thing
here.
landed horizontal, like vertical.
Yeah, and then just flattened out. Roll
Look
into
at
the
this
basket.
drive, dude.
This is silly. Silly.
This is how you play this hole, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
Finish out the front 9, just be perfect.
Yes, sir.
Big
Yes,
putt.
sir. All right, Brayden getting it turned back around though.
Yeah, he is.
He's moving. A couple of bars and a birdie.
So
Now, do
Jared
we know-
indeed inbounds.
He did stay inbounds. Wow. I mean, you see that bank. That's. Oh, man. Well, and he had a head. You see the flag going. As a headwind putt, he probably was expecting to rise a little bit. But if you don't get the nose up in a headwind, it's not going to rise. So, very hard when you're at an angle below the basket to also get the nose up
Yeah.
without it going way over the basket. So,
And there you have
yeah,
it.
great hole for those guys. Wow, that's impressive.
Eagle turning it up, going 6 in a row, hard the first 3. Logan, right on his tail, 3 under. Got some other great scores brewing through the front 9. It's a pretty good little battle. Eagle kind of just starting to take away some of it.
Just a little.
But yeah, gonna be a good back 9. Brayden and Jared both kind of stepping the game up a little bit here. Special thanks to Flight Towel, Hat Tip Disc Golf. Be sure to give all the sponsors some love. And stay tuned for the back 9 coming your way.
Yeah, I'm going to just say you guys might be in for a treat. So don't miss it.
Peace.
Catch you later.